Hi everybody, welcome back to Vintage Story Season 2 Episode 59 with me, Sid, and last episode we made this which I call Shack Ugly because it really is quite an ugly structure, but I'm not worried. It's a thing. It's a work in progress, and speaking of progress, I've extended this edge and this edge out by a quarter block and filled in the gaps there and there, and I've shrunk this edge by a half block, so all of these are now butting up halfway to the edge of this, which will hopefully, the rationale behind that will hopefully become clear in a moment. So no, that's not what I wanted. Slab placement, bane of my existence. Hup, get one, then we're good. Hup, hup, hup. So, what I want to do now is I want to get the walls in. Now the door is going to be here, which is going to be weird because there's going to be a little bit of something going on there. But we'll get the edge in, like so, and then similarly, this one's going to be a pain, isn't it? I think I'm going to need some scaffolding, aka dirt, for this. I don't think. Hup. In fact, might as well extend a dirt scaffold around the edge. So yeah, continuing on getting this winter base sorted, and from there we are going to interesting. Now struggle a little bit there, but that's fine. So these are going to be chiseled down for starters. So let's get one chiseled. Let's slice off a whole load of things. I don't know whether I made a plane, and that's possibly something I need. I should check. But let's get one of these down to the thickness we want, which is there. That one's not chiseled yet, so that makes it easy to see where I've got to. Now bear in mind we have got an issue because these don't butt up to the edge of the blocks. Any blocks I put up close to them are not going to butt up either, so shelves and things like that are going to be a bit of a pain, but that's fine. This is not meant to be a permanent structure by any stretch of the imagination, so let's not sweat it. And take you, and then we're going to take you, and we are going to add that to the mix. It's probably going to have the wrong orientation on the planks because of the way that works, and I found ways of kind of cheating the system by rotating the block, but it's never quite perfect. If we get the edges done, then we can use the pantograph to duplicate a lot of this. And I think 2 thick is probably better than 1 thick. Just because it will, well, for one, it's so damn sight easy to chisel. So we're in no danger of ending this season soon, by the way, but I have been thinking, because we are now talking on the Rusty Gears server about season 4. Which starting talking about season 4 is good. You know, you need to be planning your future. But bearing in mind I'm recording this in July, we didn't start season 4 until November, so July, August, September, October. There's another 3 months, I think, and I personally would be pushing to run from November again, or October at the earliest, because I've still got a whole load of things I want to do. I know Punkhole still has a whole load of things he wants to do, and yeah, it's it kind of goes hand in hand with this. So my thoughts, because obviously at the moment I'm running 3 3 vintage story videos a week against 1 Minecraft video a week, and you know, I started out, I am not forgetting my roots as a Minecraft YouTuber. That is, yeah, it's just the thing. Okay, that's fine. So there's, you know, a big question mark in my head about what I do going forwards in terms of episodes. Now, my thoughts are kind of drifting along this route. So if I share my thought process, the Rusty Gear server I find probably more satisfying to work and build on, because we've got a bigger community, different selection of mods, and the resource gathering is therefore, I won't say, well, yeah, no, it is easier. Let's be honest. The resource gathering for large projects is easier, and you only have to look at how much effort it took us to do the when we stripped down the ruins to make the castle. That was an immense amount of effort in a single player game, but it probably would have been done in 1/8 of the time if we were doing this on the Rusty Gear server, on a server environment, because you would have more tools, different mods, and again, I know I can add the mods to this. I've already added the quarrying to this one just so we can speed up our resource gathering and all of those good things. So my thoughts are, when we start season 4, assuming season 4 isn't like, you know, in the next 5 minutes kind of thing, that my vintage story content will just become server play, just so we can free up one of the 4 slots. And again, I'm very reluctant to move to more than 4 videos a week again, just because it is hard to put out 4 videos of content a week, especially that, and maintain a full-time job. So, and I know, you know, I'll be the first to sit there and take the admission that I am not putting out content in the same way that, say, the Hermitcraft players are doing, because, you know, those guys are in beast mode. They're putting out so much content, but they're doing it. It's interesting. You look at someone like, one of my favourites on Hermitcraft is Scar, just because of his aesthetic building processes. You know, it's really interesting seeing how he does his. And I'm going to stick to landscaping. It's landscaping. It's not terraforming. I'm sorry. But I get a lot of inspiration from that, and consequently, you know, that I watch his videos. But he only like puts out 1 a week, typically, and you know, that is 1 video a week. But if you've got millions of subscribers and that 1 video gets hundreds, well, not hundreds of thousands, millions of views, then that's it. Now the way for the smaller YouTuber, and I mean, I am definitely a small YouTuber, there's no doubts in my mind about that. That is my niche point, if you like. The way you increase content, if you're doing that, is quite simple. You put out more videos. So you know, if And again, I'm not anywhere close to these. But if I put out a video that got 250,000 views typically within its opening thing, for example, and I wanted to match the volume of the video that, say, Scar's doing with, say, 1 million views, and these are figures, don't check the numbers, these are just off the top of my head. You know, the way to do it as a smaller YouTuber is to release 4 videos. Now that is a somewhat cynical view, but that's fine. You know, cynicism is not a crime, and you know, I am of an age where cynical is a lifestyle choice, really. And of course, you know, the fact is that, you know, I have a great deal of life evidence to back up my views of cynicalness, so there you go. I know the world's stupid. So, yeah, so that is my thoughts, that we moved that, and then I start a second Minecraft series, something less Greg Tech and more creative, maybe create mod, maybe with a build element to it. I'm not entirely sure on that. That's open to a certain degree of interpretation there, but you know, there's lots of things and lots of packs out there that we could do. I will make a decision about what it's going to be later on. I must admit, I'm not enamoured in any great way. I've blocked my way up now, haven't I? Stupid John. I'm not enamoured in any way by the direction that Minecraft's taking for updates. You know, I honestly have not paid much attention to what's happened with 1.21. I know there's some kind of NAF challenge chamber adventure-y thing, which, to be honest, looks awful. The loot in it is diabolical. It's really poor. Although I kind of have to go back on record against something I've said in the past, which is that we are spoiling ourselves with overpowered loot, because, you know, you get overpowered loot and then suddenly you get comments like this where the loot is not good, and of course, is that a problem with the actual loot being not good enough, or is that a problem with your expectations of the loot being too high? Because there are two sides and two perspectives to that. To that problem, that equation, if you like. So, yeah, there's a lot of decisions to make as we move forward. Not least of which is, what do I do on the inside of these walls? I have some ideas, but I haven't fully committed yet. So we can pop those in, but that's actually easier. And then we've got a space for a door there, which may have to be a fence, a gate rather than a door. But we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. And there's going to be some windows and stuff in here anyway. This can't be, and some gentle finagling of some of the boards to make them a little bit worn. I don't know whether I've got any glass actually in storage. That's would be a good thing to answer the question of, wouldn't it, as well? But yeah, so that's kind of a loose plan going forward. What's the phrase they use at work? Plan on a page. I don't know what it is about project managers, but they love coming up with punchy little phrases for their descriptions. Yeah, plan on a page looked like a Gantt chart to me, but there you go. Right, just these corners to do, which means I need four blocks. But luckily these break back down again. and then we can start getting creative. I may need to go back and pick up a few materials as well, but that should not be a problem. Pantograph is just a game changer. Quentin did a sterling job on those. So once we got that out, we can take all of this out and step back and admire our handiwork. That's the important bit. Step back and admire your handiwork after you've done, because if you're not stepping back and admiring what you've done, you're not getting the enjoyment out of doing it. Right. Let's have a look. Well, it definitely looks more like a shack. I'll have to give it that. I'm just going to turn those back into planks. They store easier if they're all one format. Did I make a plane? I did not make a plane. Do I want a plane and a shovel in Meteoric? Probably. Do I want to go and get some more food? Well, I'll finish off eating these scraps here. Might squeeze this soya as well, because I'm not entirely sure. Let's have a look. Soya? Soy. What have we got down here? We've got a whole load of garbage of one description or another. Some windows, they will not work in that space, for definite. Glass? No glass. Beacons, yes, we've got those things I want to play with. Probably there before we head into the thing. Oh, I know what we need to do. Let me just... So we've got rough hewn gate in maple. Wow, that takes an awful lot of maple actually, doesn't it? Or we can pop in an oak fence gate like that. That's probably the way to go, I think. Oak, yeah, oak. Let's keep it simple, because it does need a little bit of... Oh dear, don't like you there. Because that's middle of the block, isn't it, of course? Yeah. So fence gate, not going to work. What about a door? Door will work, I think, because I'm not middle of the block, so... Oops. If I put it on the right side of the block. I can put a board around that, can't I? And around that side. That will improve that look. Right. Get rid of this. See what we've accomplished, which is not a lot, but there you go. Up here we're going to have our living quarters. We are going to have a bed there, like so. It's 2300 hours, so I can sleep. And then we'll head back and we'll do a little bit of gathering, do a little bit of supplies, and then come back and continue working on this. But one of the things I want to get in reasonably early is some fields, because one of the purposes of being down here was to have a growing season that works down here. Let me eat a bit of that. Lovely. Yeah, we definitely need to do a frame around that, don't we? But I also do think we need, because we've got a little gap there. I think yeah. Actually, can we? No, maybe not. So one of the things I wanted to try if I can find. Have I got any more? I need to go and get some maple. And again, we don't want to do this too close to home. I wanted to get my harvesting on a little bit further away than on my back door, because I've got to live there, and if I make the landscape ugly, then it's going to make me sad. So I will grab myself. Actually, birch might not be a bad idea. Let me grab some birch, and we'll try the birch for this bit. I'll grab this. I'll be back in a second. Alright, we got the birch. One thing that bugs me, actually, and it's only a minor thing, it's very trivial, is the animation of the movement of my arms swinging to my footstep sounds. I'm trying to think. I said again, this is one of those things that you don't pay attention to. So you when you come to actually go, does it work that way? You're not entirely sure. But when I tend to walk, my arms tend to swing at the same pace as my walk, which would imply that the swing should kind of synchronise loosely with the motion of. Sorry, I'm just trying to think something through here. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, just curiously curious and interesting. Oh, hang on. Let me just have a look. I want to make a fence like that. Oh, okay. You're not even anything like that. You're the actual way that you're supposed to be. 64. That should be more than adequate, and we've got lots of spare. So upstairs is living quarters. Downstairs, that needs to be a block, I think, if I'm going to do that. But downstairs is rough storage, and I mean rough storage, but at least it's not as rough. That needs to go as well. That's fine, because I needed some dirt. And if I do that, it gives me a route through as well, doesn't it? Like that. And then that will go on that side and on that side. Now, in theory, we could just leave it like that, but why not go too high? I can't go 3 high because that's a slab above. Oh, that's interesting. I actually quite like that. I didn't think of doing that, but I do like it. It takes a block out of the storage space, but I don't dislike it. Because we can. Don't think we can do much here, can we? Not worth it. But that's fine. That gives us a very thing. So now it's into detailing. I need some glass, and I need something to make window frames and some lighting and all of the other good stuff that's going to go with that. Go hand in hand with that. Let me drop off you, you, and now I'm out of space, I think. Yeah. Well, I suppose I can just go and grab my oak and go and plonk this down somewhere, can't I? Not that side there. Actually, we can plonk it down here, can't we? That's... And then there's a little bit of maple. Yeah, that works. Let me just do a little bit of rearranging. I'll be back in a second. Alright, that's gone. All the storage is currently under here. I am going to change this out for more neutral dirts with less grass, so we'll leave a little bit of grass in this forest floor stuff where we can. But this is just going to be really nasty, empty, early storage. Need to start working on detailing up here. I only had 3 maple logs, so I put in the stripped maple posts, which are just chiseled in. That gives me something to hang a torch holder on, which of course I realise that would not be a thing. You would not put a burning torch under a thatch roof, but you know, we're talking vintage story here and not reality. Let's go and see how cold it is. -4. Right, while I'm down here, so one thing I wanted was some glass. Let me just take about 8 of those. That's quite painstaking to make, so definitely want to be a bit cautious on how much of that I use. Ooh, could change out my door for that. That might look better. Yeah, because then we can see out. Got little peepee holes. Anything else we need down there specifically? I could do with maple, quite a bit of maple actually, so I'll take those. All of the packed dirt that I have. No, there's 2. Right, where are we? Yeah, I could have dropped that off. That would have been sensible. We've got a little bit of that going on. Don't think I need any of that. Plants, not really. Ruins, stuff, anything there that's going to be useful. I mean, there's some aged crates, they might work. I'll take a couple, some of those. That might work for me. And what else? I mean, a brazier would make sense, but I need to have a cooking fire. It'd be nice actually if those braziers were functional. I'll definitely take some of those. Can't put a picture on the wall. Can't really use much of this. I may take an owl chest just because, you know, it'd be nice to have something that fits nice. In which case, let's take a table. We'll have a table too. And what else? What else is there that we need? Not a huge amount. Pomegranate I think needs to be way thing. That could work. We could try and put the apple cuttings down once we have somewhere for them, but right now we don't. And that's nothing in there. I actually do need. I'm carrying a bit one of those obelisks around with me as well. I do need to have a look at my food because I haven't got a huge amount on me. What have we got? 3.6, 3.1, 2.7, 8.4. I mean, that's handy to have as an emergency source of food, isn't it, I suppose. Let's just take some of those. That should keep me ticking. And I wanted 0.23 litres of soybean oil. Let me just have a look. It makes a soybean oil. Soybean oil can be used to make an oiled hide. An oiled hide goes into a pelt. Pelt is used for lamellar. Those. I don't think I need a pelt for anything other than cold weather gear if I were to go that way. But I'm kind of erring in the opposite direction right now. Let's go and have a look at my meteoric situation. So we've got 3 left and I've got 6 ingots. else my cue to make. I've got an iron pick in my backpack, but that is definitely my cue to get that out. And I forgot meteoric. You don't actually have to. It's not the same as an iron bloom, is it? It's so that's got some life left in it. Oh shit. There we go. Right, pick. I should really utilise that though first and wear out the dross that I've got. So yeah, got a knife. What do I need? I need a shovel, don't I, for definite. And I think I need a planer was what I was kind of hinting at. Oops, hello. I also need 2 more of these. Four more of those. And 2 of those. Have I got somewhere? I should have some piles of bronze bits. In fact, I had some bronze bits in my backpack, didn't I? I did. Let's get rid of those as well. They'll come in handy for lamps or something. Something where I don't want to use good metal. Or, you know, up-to-date metal. That's probably a better way of describing it. However, let's go in here and go. Get another 12 of these on. Let's just use. No, it doesn't work with those, does it? There we go. That's that, and then light. And then I'm going to make myself a planer and a shovel and a couple of axe heads. Pickaxe heads, that is. Actually, a couple of pickaxe heads and a couple of axe heads. We'll do as we. We'll just use 6 of these. And we'll do as we mean to go on, which is I'll only need that one. Might need a bit more time to warm up. Yeah, I'll get that done. Be back in a moment. Well, time to sizzle the goodies. And go in after them. I really do need to make myself a proper quench pit. But yeah, there's not a lot of space in here. I would need to do something about that. Right, I've been keeping the meteoric iron bits because that is sensible. We've got our hand planer and we've got the bits and pieces of tools. Right, what else do we need? Very good question. I'm not entirely sure what I need. I mean, I've got 181 TerraPrata there. And TerraPrata is made now. If we look at the TerraPrata isn't found. You now find high fertility soil, but you make it with either high fertility soil, compost, charcoal, and bone meal, which you get 2 for every 1, or you can put crushed coal in, bone meal and things. It doesn't seem to be a huge amount, but you know, high fertility is 65%, 80%. So it's not actually the worst thing in the world, because rot is actually harder to get on single player in my experience than it is to to get in multiplayer. We've got 28 rot there. I'm sure there's probably some rot kicking around in. That's blasting powder, isn't it? Yeah. So I caught it out of the corner of my eye. You know how you see something and go ah, and then you go no. Yeah, one of them. It was one of them moments. But yeah, rot is harder to achieve. Not impossible, obviously. There's a little bit of rot there, for example. But I suppose the easy way of achieving rot would be just to harvest berries and let them go off. They go off so quick. But that will form stuff. They're fresh for 3.3 years. I'm going to whack those in. I'm going to grab some Terra Preta. I'm going to look at also getting some basic farm plots in. I think I just need to find somewhere to store my soybeans. There we go. What are we doing in here? Don't think I've done anything with these barrels, had I? They're all waiting to become vinegar, and obviously these are all wine and syrups. Keeps a while, doesn't it? Anyway, right, I think I've got enough to be on with. Let's head back south, and I'll quickly sleep the night away down there, and then we'll continue onwards. I'll see you in a moment. Alright, another fine and wonderful morning. We've got these deco plinths, which I have the rest for, so we should have mid, bottom. So let me take out the two. See, I'm very tempted. Hang on, we've got you. I mean, it's purple. I'm not going to turn down the opportunity to use something purple. We'll take those two out. Now, what I was thinking is right here, that's the bottom. The bottom. The mid. Yeah. So that's the bottom. That's kimberlite. It's very dark for kimberlite. And then that is the top. So that's my transport beacon. That's where I come in. And then what I was going to do is here. And here. No. That's bottom. That's bottom. Why have I got multiple bottoms? Well, there's a quote, if ever I heard one. There's a mid. I don't know why I've not got more mids. Oh. That's fine. That works. And we've got one left to play with somewhere else when I can. But it just, utilises this, that this is a mystical place. Right, let us put that away. Let's come up here for starters, and we'll stick our bedside table next to our bed. Where else would you put a bedside table after all? And then that will go there. We're going to swap out the door for this one. Just means we can look out. And then I need my hammer. Oh, I'm still carrying that. Okay, damn it. Right. Hammer. You can go away. You can go away, and you can go away. This box is starting to develop some personality now. It's got its own bits to it. Where's my homeroom gone? That's 10. Interesting. I'm going to have to make sure I check that out before I go anywhere. No, but not right now. You and you. Hammer. Hammer. Axe. Grab you and pantograph. And oh, of course I can't pick it up because I've got that in the way. Right, you chisel. Chisel, thank you. You are going to have some of that, as are you. And you. And then when I do that, it will actually be the correct texture. Similarly, we need to like that. But then we are going to add you to all of those. Yeah. Better. And then we'll add them to this as well. I thought the pantograph was supposed to use inches of block. I thought it was supposed to be able to use stuff from the inventory to match, but maybe I'm wrong. Anyway, this is simple enough. This one we are going to use you. And chisel out all the way up here. And replace you with this. That will make that look nice. And similar on this side, and we'll bring it out so we've got a proper door frame. And then we need to think about windows. And I don't need much. Oh, and then a bit of weathering. That's probably the most important bit. This is going to be a little bit odd because that is going to be the top texture of that, but that's fine. Right, glass. Let's okay. How do I want to do this? Don't really want to do you out of that though. Oh, it's starting to feel like a home, albeit a very simple home. I think that'll be enough. Let's do it out of oak so we've got a contrast. And bring you in. Like that. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Should be the extent of that. Yep, that's still working. Right, then if I come in here, let's take out the entire centre bit. Let's go outside. So let's bring you out like that, and then see what happens if I do this. That works. And then we can there is where we let's do this more like a modern window where you have a bigger glass portion at the bottom, and I know it kind of probably doesn't fit, but I think it could. Fill this in. I think we can get away with doing that. Yep. And then same again up there. You see, I thought I could have sworn Quentin said that was how this was going to work going forward. I mean, it's not a problem, but I could have sworn he said it will use the stuff from your inventory. Mirror it. Perfect. Let's go and have a look at that. Yeah, I'm tempted maybe to make the other half just a solid window. That could work. Yeah, let's do that. That works, and then I think just another window on this side looking out, and to be honest I'm going to just I'm going to duplicate that, so let me do that. I'll be back in a sec. Alright, well, I've done a little bit of wearing. One thing that Quentin has added is this change and remove add island mode, which allows you just to take out a little bit of the thing. These look great in the night. These just absolutely knock it out of the park for me. You've got all of that going on. We've got these. I'm wondering whether these should be a bit further back actually. This just feels crowded. So let's just shift them all back one. Necessary, of course not, but you know, sometimes aesthetics matter. And then this bit down here needs a little bit of dressing up. The path obviously needs a little bit of dressing up, and the floor in the storage under hut storage area needs a little bit of dressing up as well. I heard a growl, but I might be wrong. Yeah, that works better, I think. Loving it. It's looking really cool. What I do need is, I actually need some more storage down here, but let me take you and we'll stick one of them there, one of them there, one there, maybe one there. That's fine. We can grab, is there anything really worth? High fertility, I suppose. Why is that not going in? There you go. I don't suppose I've got any charcoal or anything on me, have I? I've got brown coal. I don't think that will work, but we'll give it a try. No, it will not work. But what it will do is end up with me picking up something I didn't want. Right, stick you lot away for now. I've got some of those there spare. What I do need is, I need some more of you, which means I need more of you. Because that, oops, hello, that becomes packed dirt like that. Okay, let me not sit down. Get up. Right, so we're going to come from here. I'm going to leave a lot of this forest ground down, I think. I'm going to have to pick up that. That can stay green. Actually, that can stay as well. Let me. I don't want to do that one. That can come out as well. Then that lot can go. Seriously, you're going to be that pedantic? Need something else to go in here. A bit more of this, I think. Didn't I not have any spare path blocks with me? I can't believe that I don't have any. I have got path blocks. I thought so. Was that? Muddy gravel, we'll borrow that. It'll free up a spot in my inventory as well, won't it? Let's grab all of you. Pop you down. Strewn straw and packed dirt. Let's just... I know I've got a shovel. But let's just get these slightly off, get this kind of smoothness to the texture out of the way. Any more? Oh god, this is tight quarters. Maybe that. There we go. I think that's enough. We've added texture enough. We've got now a place to live. Let me just put those away for now, and whack this lot back down. Right, what else did I bring? What else did I bring? Did I bring anything? Oh, I think, can we... So, there's a screenshot, which... Let me just do a little bit of that. Which shows these over that. I'm sure that's what it's actually showing. But I don't think it does now. I'm kind of inclined to believe that it's actually just showing us this. There we go. I think that works as a decoration. I do need to grab my chest. I'm probably waffled on long enough. There's a lot more in to store in here, of course. But let me just pull well away so I can put that on my back. I think that is pretty nice for a winter holiday home. It's almost got everything we need. It looks pretty good. Let's get rid of you, do that, get you back. Yeah, I'm happy with this. So I think the next thing we're going to do is work in some garden plots. Now I'm in two minds about how best to do garden plots, but that will ripen soon. Oh hello, you're right. You'll do me for a snack. But these will all do to, you know, make up a little bit of colour in the background here. We can build that up. That's fine. And getting in some garden plots down here to take advantage of the warmer weather. So things like soybeans, amaranth, the stuff that peanuts perhaps, stuff that likes growing in hot weather. In fact, if we have a look, let me just go back to peanuts, for example. Peanut seeds, they're cold resistant until 10, so they want to be sown later in the year, I would imagine. Soy, -5 to 40, so that's got a good range on it, so that will work down here. So we just need to do a little bit of cautious things, but yeah, steady progress. Till next time, thank you very much for watching, guys. Bye for now.